Hey guys, it's Lisa from twocreatorwebsite.com. Sorry about the hair. I was not planning on doing a video today, but I was working out downstairs, came upstairs, got an email from a lady who just lost a lot of money in a scam that she found on YouTube. And so I wanted to do a video real quick and just kind of address some things that you need to be careful about. First of all, when it comes to YouTube, that is one reason I moderate my comments. What happened was this lady was reading someone else's channel. It was a legitimate channel, and someone had left a comment totally unrelated to the video, but it was one of those, you know, spammy, hey, I'm making a ton of money, come check out my channel comments. So she went to the channel, signed up. The channel has been taken down now, and so is the website, so they're down, so no one else can get had by this system, but unfortunately she was. So that's one reason I moderate my comments, meaning when you post a comment on any of my videos, you notice they never show up right away because I have to approve them. And I do that because since I have a channel related to making money online, I have a tendency to get hit with a lot of, hey, come check out my money making channel. So I have to review all of my comments before they're posted. It's a pain, but I don't want someone coming to my channel, seeing some ad for some system and then getting scammed. So and I encourage you guys, if you have a channel about making money and you get a lot of these spammy comments like I do, I would encourage you to do the same, because my heart really went out to this lady. And I know some of you may say, well, you know, I don't understand how people get scammed by these people. It doesn't make sense. They should know. But hey, let me tell you something. Until you are in that person's shoes, you never know what you're going to do. You don't know. This woman may have been on her last straw. She may have been desperate to feed her family. And unfortunately, especially in times right now here in the United States with this recession and everything, with people being desperate for money, a lot of times you are often more vulnerable to things like this. You know, maybe 3 years ago when her money was fine, she might not have been tempted. But when you need money, a lot of times you will do things that you wouldn't normally do. So that's why I wanted to do this video, just to talk about a few things. And to many of you, this may be common sense, but for some of you who are looking to make money online, definitely take heed. The first thing, email, phone, contact information. If you go to any of these sites and you see no email address or no contact form, no phone number, that's a sign. If these companies are asking for money, asking for your money, and there's no way to get in touch with them, something is wrong. If you email them and you do find a contact form and they don't respond to you, that's another sign. And that's what happened in this case with this woman. She emailed the company 2 weeks ago. Never heard anything back, but she got anxious. You know, she saw dollar signs and she went ahead and signed up anyway. The sign was they did not contact her back. That's always a catch. Always. I mean, my thing is, if you're a legitimate company and you're asking for people's hard-earned money and they want to know something and they have a question and you can't take the time to respond, why? If you need more people to help you with email, then you need to hire some more people if you're getting that much email. Because if you're a company and you're a legitimate company, you need to be responding to those emails, period. The other warning sign is the information very vague. That is the biggest thing, and you see that a lot on YouTube, especially with these videos about how to make money with, the, you know, what is it, the cash gifting system, these pyramid schemes where people are talking about, hey, you know, I make $10,000 a day, just call this number or email me, and there's never any specific information about what you have to do, and they're flashing up checks. And that, I say flashing checks. Now, some of you all know I have a couple of checks that I flash with some pretty nice sized dollar amounts on my blog. But I also explain to people how I made that money. People know I am an affiliate. I promote products that relate to my site. I promote my site. I get traffic, and I make money when people buy these things that I recommend. That's how I get the checks. There's no catch. The catch is you have to work hard to get the traffic to make the money. But other than that, there's nothing hidden. I have nothing to hide. So these systems out here that are showing this money, but they're not telling you anything about how you have to make that money, red flag. Now, let me say this. There will be some instances where there's companies that they may not disclose every little thing, but when you sign up, it's still legitimate. It's just that they didn't disclose everything. Now, would it be better if they disclose everything on their site or their video? Absolutely. But sometimes it's like a marketing strategy where they only tell you some of it and then you get the full details when you sign up. Those aren't necessarily scams. Now, Would it be better to disclose everything? Yes, but you have to understand that, every company has their own marketing strategy. But personally, I think it's better to disclose, pretty much everything. So, the other thing, the testimonials. Oh my goodness. If I see one more testimonial from John P. from Denver, Colorado, who's making $500,000 a year. That's just an example. There's always the picture, and that picture's probably been recycled over the web, tens of thousands of times, and they give them a fake name, and they put a dollar amount. My thing is this. If you cannot list that person's email address, phone number, or website address where you can actually contact that person, as far as I'm concerned, that person is fake. The testimonial is fake. I just don't get it. But apparently it must work because so many sites, they do it. But here's the deal. If you have such a great product and there's so many people that love your product that much, why can't you find people that want to say, hey, I stand by this product. Here's my website address, or here's my email address. Just like Site Build It. Now, I get a lot of flack online for promoting Site Build It because a lot of people say it's an overpriced GoDaddy. Well, if you're a customer of Site Build It, it's not an overpriced GoDaddy. It's much more than that. But I'm not going to go into that here because that's not the purpose of this video. Bottom line is, I would not have my name behind a product. I would not be paying for a product if I felt it was a ripoff. But one thing I like about them as an affiliate is that when you go and promote the product and they have the testimonials on their site, there's always a link to the website so you can contact the person and say, hey, are you really making money with this Site Build It program? Site Build It has people who are successful, so they have no problem finding a ton of different testimonials for their site because they have the happy customers to back them up. That's one sign. Now, does that mean that everybody that buys Site Build It is going to make a ton of money? No, because there is definitely a work ethic situation that's involved here. I mean, some of it is how hard you work, how creative you are, how innovative you are. But I like the fact that they put real people and use them as testimonials. Again, if you cannot find real people to vouch for your product, that's saying something. So that's always a sign if the company does not have real testimonials on their page. The other thing, these cache systems. I get a lot of emails from people about the Google cache system and all that. First of all, I've never researched it. Quite frankly, if I was ever going to promote something that teaches people how to make money online, I would never use the words cache and system. Because to me, they say get rich quick, they say scam. Again, I'm sure there's some of them out here that are legit. But what I want you guys to realize is that you don't have to join a system to make money online. Even Site Build It, as much as I love it, there are other options. I've created websites both with Site Build It and without Site Build It. And if you're worried about these programs or if you're worried about being scammed, don't join it. Go the do-it-yourself route. Buy a domain name yourself. Sign up with a web host. Learn how to promote your site yourself by doing Google searches and learning, how to do it on your own, and then promote your site. You don't have to join the Google cache system to make money with Google AdSense. You can create your own site. Now, as I'm always saying, is there work involved? Of course. Are you going to have to do more research on your own if you go by yourself versus buying Site Build It? Yes, yes, you will. But that's an option. You don't have to join the Google cache system to make money with Google Ads. You don't have to join the get rich tonight, cash system or whatever to make a profit. That's just an option. Again, I don't tend to research these things because I've done pretty much everything by myself. Now, I did buy Site Build It because I was an affiliate and I wanted to see if it was really as good as people said it was. So that's why I bought Site Build It, even though I had made money without it in the past. I wanted to see if it really worked. So that's why I bought that one, and I recommend it because I use it. But other than these other systems that are out here, the Google cache system, you guys, I don't know anything about them. I get a lot of comments. Lisa, what do you think of this system? I don't research them. What I'm doing is working for me, so I haven't had to research any other systems. But I just want you to know that if you're worried about being scammed or you don't want to pay a lot of money to make money online, then don't. Go the do-it-yourself route. Buy a domain name. They're real cheap these days. Get a web hosting plan. Read about how to build a website. Learn a little bit of HTML, CSS. Build your site yourself so you don't have to worry about these systems. And then market your site, and then learn how to monetize or make money with your site. You can do it that way. You don't have to join a system or a program to make money online. And if you do, follow the advice that I gave you in the beginning of the video. Check to see if they have contact information. Check to see, do they respond to your emails? Is the information very vague? Is it very get rich quick like? Is it all the positives and none of the, oh, you're going to have to do some work? Do they tell you everything you have to do? Check out the testimonials. If you see John P. making, $500,000 a year, but there's no link to John P.'s website, that's a sign. So guys, be careful out here. I know here in the United States, it's a rough time. And a lot of people are more vulnerable than they normally would be because they're in need of money. But here's the deal. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Okay? So take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.